Q106.7 weather.
Here's your KQNK forecast. Mainly sunny skies today, with daytime highs approaching 50, northerly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly clear again tonight, the lows level off around 26. Ample sunshine expected tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 68. Ample sunshine expected Friday, with daytime highs approaching 61. 62 Saturday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now, it's 43 degrees.
This Kansas Information Network update is brought to you by Eaton Roofing and Exteriors.
I'm Britton Rucker, and here are today's top headlines from 12 News. President Donald Trump signs a government funding bill ending a partial government shutdown that began over the weekend. The move funds the government through September 30th and wraps up congressional work on 11 of 12 annual appropriations bills. The Kansas Senate could soon consider a bill that would require you to verify your income if your children receive free school lunch. A Senate committee voted to advance the bill to the full chamber. And the Olathe City Council approves a star bond agreement to help finance the Chiefs' new headquarters and practice facility in Johnson County. The move allows sales and hotel tax revenue to be used to help pay off the project. In Wichita, Britton Rucker, 12 News.
You're listening to the Kansas Information Network.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I pushed through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
I'm Mandy Fick. Your KQNK News is brought to you by the Norton County Hospital, providing the best care right here at home. The state of Kansas ends January 2026 with total tax collections at $988.2 million. That is $12.2 million, or 1.2% above the estimate. Total tax collections were up 4.8% from January 2025. Individual income tax collections were $542.3 million. That is $7.3 million, or 1.4% above the estimate. Individual income tax collections were up 8.4% from January 2025. Corporate income tax collections were $86.2 million. That is $16.2 million, or 23.2% above the estimate, and up 18.1% from January 2025. Combined retail sales and compensating use tax receipts were $337.8 million, which is $12.2 million, or 3.5% below the estimate, and down 3.2% from January 2025. Senator Roger Marshall highlighted important funding wins for Kansas in the Defense Appropriations Bill. This funding will assist Kansas communities, support education for the next generation, provide important training for our troops, and strengthen medical research. The appropriations funding includes $53 million for the STAR-based program, $50 million for impact aid, $2 million for National Guard wildfire training, $14.6 million for Civil Air Patrol, $145 million for the Breast Cancer Research Program, $370 million for endometriosis research, $75 million for the Prostate Cancer Research Program. Backgrounds in these areas: Kansas is home to 5 different STAR-based sites located in Salina, Manhattan, Wichita, Topeka, and Kansas City, and serves more than 8,000 Kansas school children each year, many from low-income and disadvantaged communities. Impact aid is provided to school districts that serve military families to replace property tax revenue. Kansas ranks in the top 10 states nationally for active duty military school-aged children. National Guard wildfire training is important to ensure our Guard has the appropriate training and equipment to manage wildfires in Kansas and across the country. Civil Air Patrol serves as the civilian auxiliary of the U.S. Air Force, serving the nation and training hundreds of Kansas students. And funding for breast cancer, endometriosis, and prostate cancer research comes from the Defense Health Program. Kansas families who use the Learning Quest 529 Education Savings Program will see several changes starting in March. That's when a new program manager takes over, bringing new investment options, updated tools to estimate education costs, and lower fees. State Treasurer Stephen Johnson says the change comes after the program's management contract was up for renewal. Following a review of 5 proposals, the state selected TIAA-CREF Tuition Financing Incorporated to manage the Learning Quest program. A 529 plan can be set up by anyone to help pay for post-secondary education, including college, technical school, or apprenticeships. The enrollment process typically takes less than 10 minutes, and contributors can start with their own Social Security number if they don't yet have one for a child. One of the biggest benefits of a 529 plan is its tax advantages. Contributions grow tax-deferred, and withdrawals used for qualified education expenses are tax-free. Kansas also allows a state income tax deduction of up to $3,000 per person per beneficiary. Funds can also be transferred between children within the same family. Despite more than 228,000 families participating and nearly $15 billion under management, the Treasurer's Office hopes to expand awareness statewide, especially in counties with little or no participation. To address a common stumbling point, choosing investments, the updated program will offer an option allowing professionals to manage investment decisions for account holders. Keeping costs low remains a priority, and participants will see reduced fees with average portfolio costs around 0.08%. Kansas also offers 529 ABLE accounts for individuals with disabilities, allowing them to save beyond federal asset limits without losing benefits. Those funds can be used for a wide range of needs, including housing, medical care, transportation, and education. About 3,000 ABLE accounts are currently active, and state officials say many more Kansans could benefit. I'll be back with more of your news after this.
Join our stellar team at Norton County Hospital. Looking for a workplace where compassion meets career growth? Look no further. If you're ready to embark on a fulfilling journey surrounded by supportive colleagues and opportunities for personal and professional development, we want you to be part of our family. Explore exciting career offerings and our comprehensive range of benefits, including capers, on the Career tab at ntcohosp.com.
Continuing with your news, law enforcement in northwest Kansas are investigating a suspect on multiple allegations after a drug bust at a home in Goodland. Just after 6 p.m. Tuesday, police executed a narcotic search warrant in the 200 block of West 11th Street in Goodland, according to a media release. The officers located illegal narcotics and an improvised explosive device. Police officers and sheriff's deputies secured and maintained the perimeter while additional resources were requested. The Kansas Highway Patrol Hazardous Device Unit responded to the scene and safely removed the improvised device without further incident. One suspect is currently in custody and facing multiple felony charges related to the incident. Police did not release the name of the suspect at this time. One person was injured in an accident just before 2:30 p.m. Tuesday in Norton County. The Kansas Highway Patrol reported a 2008 Kenworth semi driven by Bradley Turner Hopkins, 70 of Almena. He was southbound on Kansas 383, approximately 1/2 mile north of K60. The vehicle entered a left curve and the trailer began to tip to the right. The vehicle fell onto its right side with the trailer facing southwest, partially in a private driveway and partially in the roadway. EMS transported Hopkins to the Norton County Hospital. He was not wearing a seatbelt, according to the Kansas Highway Patrol. This spring, Fort Hays State University's Career Development Office is partnership with FHSU departments will be hosting several career fairs. These events provide students with opportunities to meet numerous potential employers all in one location. Mark your calendar for the following career fairs. Health and Wellness Career Fair, Monday, February 9th from 10 a.m. to noon at the Fort Hays Ballroom Memorial Union. 35 employers will be on campus to visit with students about opportunities for internships, clinicals, and full-time employment. The fair is aimed at students in the nursing, radiologic technology, medical diagnostic imaging, and health and human performance programs, but all students are invited to attend. Teacher Exploration and Employment Fair, Tuesday, February 10th from 10 a.m. to noon at Fort Hays Ballroom Memorial Union. Students can meet with representatives from 60 school districts and education co-ops to learn about student teaching and full-time employment opportunities. Here are the minutes from the Norton County Board of Commissioners meeting held January 26, 2026. Acting Chairman Beidler called the meeting of the Norton County Board of Commissioners to order at 9 a.m. on January 26, 2026 in the Commission Room. In attendance, Acting Chairman Garrett Beidler, Commissioner Marvin Matchett, County Clerk Craig Renner, and Solid Waste Supervisor Ted White. In general discussion, weekly correspondence and fund balances were distributed to the commissioners. In the Solid Waste Department, Ted reported that his cardboard baler has failed. The internal grooves for the baling wire are worn out, and the baler won't make a satisfactory bale. The existing baler is a horizontal baler. Ted presented brochures on vertical balers, which are a less expensive baler. The commission asked Ted to keep researching to make sure that the vertical balers will be heavy enough to meet their department's needs. Under Sheriff Adam Wallmeyer joined the meeting at 9:07 a.m. to discuss the progress of getting rid of the impounded cars. The department is currently going through the process of obtaining abandoned titles from other states. This process is slow and usually involves multiple efforts of contacting the right department. Ted left the meeting at 9:09 a.m. and Adam left the meeting at 9:12 a.m. From the Register of Deeds Department, the Norton County Register of Deeds, Wanda Vincent, joined the meeting at 9:26 a.m. Wanda brought in her annual report to the Commission regarding her department's transactions and fee generation. For 2025, the Register of Deeds office filed 380 deeds, 168 mortgages, 428 other documents for a total of 971 filings. The fees collected were $46,758.70, $3,258 being designated to the state's Heritage Fund, $1,629 went to the County Clerk's Technology Fund, $1,629 to the Treasurer's Technology Fund, $6,516 to the Register of Deeds Technology Fund, with the rest of the funds being kept in the Register of Deeds Operating Fund. The Heritage Fund is sent to the state of Kansas and used for the preservation of state buildings. The fees are collected by the number of pages filed. The Clerk and Treasurer funds each get 50 cents per page. The Heritage Fund receives $1 per page, and the Register of Deeds Fund gets $2 per page. Wanda informed the Commission of a special that EECS is running on copiers. It has been 8 years since she replaced her copier and thought she should consider it. So the price is $6,792.41. Historically, Wanda has offered her old copier to other departments that do not use the copier as heavily as her department. Commissioner Beidler moved to purchase a new copier from EECS, with the funds to be taken from the Register of Deeds Capital Outlay Fund 78. Commissioner Matchett seconded the motion. Motion carried 2-0. Wanda left at 9:38 a.m. From the Road and Bridge Department, the Road and Bridge Supervisor, Ernie Sheets, joined the meeting at 9:50. Ernie presented his ideas on the Almena water issue on the north side of town. He is working with Penco Engineering to make sure the drainage ideal will work. Ernie left the meeting at 10:14 a.m. Commissioner Matchett moved to adjourn the meeting with no further business. Acting Chairman Beidler adjourned the meeting at 11 a.m. I'm Mandy Fick. Your KQNK News was brought to you by the Norton County Hospital. For all of your healthcare needs, call 785-877-3351.
Kansas Agriculture Network News.
Good day, everyone. I'm Greg Akagi from CattleCon 26 in Nashville. Trade continues to be a well-discussed topic here at this year's convention. Ty Breeden from Quinter is president of the Kansas Livestock Association. He says overall trade continues to be robust, citing Canada and Mexico as examples, but knows that no exports of U.S. beef to China continues to be a challenge.
Despite the fact that we aren't moving beef into China at this point, we have great partnerships around the globe, whether that is South America or, here in North America with Canada, Mexico. There's opportunity for export, and while the value of our cattle is elevated at this point, we're still sending lots of products outside the United States, and customers want our product.
Breeden said the quality of U.S. beef is unmatched.
I don't believe that's just my opinion. I believe we raise the safest, most nutritious, flavorful beef in the world, and consumers all over the world want our beef.
Breeden also says as far as discussions are concerned for proposals in the upcoming voting session, the biggest one is LRP on breeding stock. In other words, livestock protection, risk protection insurance that will take place, or that is being proposed, as LRP will provide a method to establish a floor selling price for livestock, and it also protects against catastrophic price declines for feeder cattle. An LRP insurance policy pays producers if a regional or national cash price index falls below a selected coverage price. The NCBA Annual Convention and Trade Show will take place through Thursday. The voting session is scheduled to take place tomorrow. You're listening to Agriculture News right here on the Kansas Agriculture Network.
With today's inflation straining your budget, your Kansas Farm Bureau membership can help keep more money in your pocket. Save up to 75% off preferred home and office products with Office Depot. Special package pricing with Lifeline screenings. Exclusive savings on post-frame buildings with QSI. And join the Kansans who've switched to Kansas Farm Bureau health plans. And enjoy significant savings on nationwide medical health care coverage. Join today. For a full list of benefits, visit kfb.org/benefits.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Kansas Agriculture Network weather.
I'm meteorologist Michael Caro on the Kansas Agriculture Network. Other than some lingering flurries or sprinkle activity, mainly across eastern portions of Kansas through at least the early afternoon time frame, much of the remainder of the forecast over the next several days, right into your upcoming weekend and even into the early part of next work week, still looking to stay largely dry and well above average temperature-wise, especially once we get beyond this afternoon, with widespread 60s for high temperatures looking ahead to your Thursday across much of Kansas, and still expecting 60s for most of the state even into the day on Friday. We'll edge back slightly to some 50s just for far northeastern Kansas to wrap up the work week, and 60s still dominate right into the upcoming weekend. For northwest Kansas for this afternoon, becoming mostly sunny with high temperatures climbing up into the lower part of the 50s, and lower winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Into north-central Kansas for this afternoon, some lingering flurries or some light drizzle activity through at least early afternoon, then gradually becoming partly sunny with high temperatures climbing up into the middle part of the 40s. Lower winds out of the northwest at 5 to 15. Into northeastern Kansas for this afternoon, a slight chance for some sprinkle or flurry activity, high temperatures climbing up into the upper 30s close to 40 degrees. Winds out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Into southeastern Kansas for this afternoon, holding on to some cloud cover there, with high temperatures staying confined to the lower to middle 40s, and lower winds from the north, 5 to 10. For south central Kansas for this afternoon, becoming partly sunny with lower 50s for highs, north winds increasing to 10 to 15. And for southwestern Kansas, breezy with highs in the lower 50s, north winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. This is the Kansas Ag Network.
It's RV show season, and people are itching to let the fun begin.
Four Seasons RV is having their own show, January 29th through 31st.
Admission is free, parking is free, and you are free to roam around Four Seasons' 9,000 square foot showroom and acres of campers on the lot.
25 RV brands on display, including Four Seasons' new luxury brand, Axiom. Show pricing honored all month long.
Come early for best selection and save at Four Seasons RV.
KansasRV.com.
6 miles east of Abilene along I-70.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Jan Teen for Norton Livestock Market with our early consignments for this week's special calf and feeder sale. All these consignments are long-time weaned with 2 or more rounds of shots in them. Here's 90 blacks. They're 30 steers and 60 heifers. The heifers have had a lutealized shot at the end of December. They've had no implants on the heifers. The heifers are replacement quality. The heifers weigh 750. The steers come in at 775 to 8 1/4. Here's 85 blacks and reds. 35 of them be steers, 50 of them be heifers at 7 weights. 75 mostly black steers and heifers, 650 to 875. 54 black heifers, no implants at 650. 50 Charolais Red Angus cross steers at 750 to 800. 46 black and Charolais cross steers at 750 to 775. 36 Red Angus steers and heifers at 475 to 6 1/4. 26 black steers at 650, 25 black heifers at 550 to 600, 23 mostly black heifers with a few steers on them. Those heifers have had no implants. They're 6 weights. 20 mixed steers at 800, 14 mostly red with a few blacks. There be steers and heifers at 600 to 725. 12 black heifers, they've had no implants. They're 6 weights. 4 black and black white-faced steers and heifers, they're 6 and 7 weights. In the breeding stock and baby calves, we'll sell drop-in consignments of those this week. Hope to see you at the auction. Thank you.